I'm excited to tell you about my brand new book, Do the Shadow Work, which is dropping on April the 1st worldwide in all formats. Now, Do the Shadow Work is based on my 2017 book, Dreaming Through Darkness. But whereas Dreaming Through Darkness was shadow work and lucid dreaming, this one is pure shadow work. So all of the lucid dreaming stuff has been removed to make way for brand new shadow work exercises and entire new chapters. All of the pre-existing exercises have been fully updated and rewritten, and there are whole new sections which you will not find in Dreaming Through Darkness. So this is quite a different book. The main difference is this is really the first book I've ever done which is not based on sleep and dream. This is absolutely pure shadow work. And what is shadow work? It's about transforming shame into acceptance and fear into love. It's about learning to embrace and joyfully accept your magnificent messiness. It's about radical authenticity. It's about exploring your ancestral line and healing the trauma that lies within. It's about embracing your inner child and turning towards the trials of our childhood that have shaped us and made us the way we are, and learning to transform them with loving, compassionate acceptance. This is a really good book for anyone who is looking to find out what's going on inside and to learn to love every aspect of themselves. Do the Shadow Work, dropping April the 1st in all formats worldwide. Peace, love, and shadow work. So I wanted to take you through some of the exercises that you'll find in my new book, Do the Shadow Work, just so you get an idea of kind of what there is. Dark shadow questions, golden shadow questions. This is essentially looking at questions like, what am I most afraid of? What am I most ashamed of? For the dark shadow, and then the golden shadow is like, in what areas of my life do I hide my light? When do I feel most alive? Ways of uncovering our inner gold. Then we look at projection and how we project our shadow out onto others. We do some art therapy exercises, looking at how our childhood affected who we are now. We look at, gratitude. We do this gratitude visit where we find people in our life who really helped us uncover our gold, and you write them a letter of gratitude. Or the two-faced mask. This is a classic. I've done a lot of workshops where you make a mask, and on the outside of the mask, you write or symbolize your persona, how you present to the world. And on the inside of the mask, you write everything you hide from others, your shadow side. We've got Circle of Protectors, which is a really great exercise for anyone working with nightmares. We've got the Lotus and the Mud. No mud, no lotus is the big approach to shadow work here. That without the mud of our human suffering, without the mud of the traumas we've been through, we won't have the fertilizer to fully express the lotus flower of our spiritual potential. We look at healing the parental shadow, brilliant exercise where we explore how we can make amends with our parents before we move on forward into being a true adult. We look at the inner child and we write a letter to the inner child, saying the things we wish that were said to us as we were a child. We look at the ancestral shadow. We look at the sexual shadow. We look at death, the ultimate shadow for many people. It's 21 exercises, all super practical. If you want loads of theory on the shadow, probably check out a different book. If you want to know how to actually do the shadow work, check out this book.